important. When you were here in June and we asked you about, and Steve Smith sitting to your right asked you about Todd Gurley because he wanted to have him on his fantasy team, okay?
Yeah.
And you said that we're going to run plays that makes Gurley comfortable. He now has this air about him, okay, with other players who he is beating, of sort of like a Godfather type mentality. Like he has this OG sort of way about him that he has acquired certainly this year, based also on his rookie season. What have you seen from him that makes you think that he is a top beast in this league?
Well,
Sean?
really, I think anytime that you're able to have some success, it helps. The thing about Todd, though, is from the day that I met Todd, he's had that swagger and that confidence, and it's great to see him performing at such a high level. To say that you're surprised, I don't think would be accurate, because watching the way that he's come in from OTAs to the offseason program, he's been the epitome of what it looks like in terms of just doing things the right way day in and day out. And then when you've got the talent, you're coachable, you're receptive to the things that we're doing. He's a smart football player. He makes you look good as a coach because you get special players like that, but they're also special people in terms of the way that they lead and they bring others with them. But what Todd's done has been instrumental for some of the things we've done a decent job at offensively so far. But I can't say enough about Todd and the way that he's led as much as just the production on the field. And I think you're seeing a complete back right now. He's playing really well in all phases. He's protecting well, understands the little nuances of the position. And I think you can just see in the pass game making the most of his opportunities. I think it's also a credit to Jared being able to get through a lot of the progressions where he is an outlet. And then when you get the ball in Todd's hands, good things have happened for us.
And that Rams game that you're referring to, the Niners game, pardon me, the Thursday night game where 80 points were scored. We were there that night. I mean, that was incredible. Gurley had more touches that night than his entire life, more than high school, college, or pros. I don't know if you're
right?
Yeah,
I did not know that.
He had never had more touches in a game than he did that night. And he seemed to really just soak that in like he wants it.
He did, and I think he's done a really good job. I think one of the plays that he made that was as big as anything is when we're going to get our last touchdown of that game, the 3rd down and 10 where Jared gets to him on this progression. He ends up converting, breaking a tackle, cutting across the grain for a 30-plus yard play. Now we're in scoring position. So he's made so many plays. Even going back to the Arizona game last week, we're in the 2-minute drive before the end of the half. And Jared gets through, finds him on a little burst route across the middle. He and Dansby breaks a tackle, goes down the sideline, and then still has the presence to get out of bounds when Honey Badger's tackling him on the sideline. But he's made plays week in and week out, and he's been as important as anybody, and we feel very fortunate to have him on our team.
For more Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Rich Eisen Show app.